Here they are. Unsurprisingly, out of the two, Esteban is the one who has more cards for going second, probably due to his Tempai experience past. So, let's see. I think out of the two, if he loses the die roll, he's the happier, for sure.
I don't think he did lose the die roll.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what this mirror match is all about. And we start things off with an infinite impermanence, trying to cut off the Primate engine. Yeah, here comes Spirit with Eyes of Blue. What a card.
Yeah, because the field spell gets activated, sends the Blue Eyes with Dragon. And here comes the Roar.
Yeah, Roar, Great Extender, allows you to special summon the second Blue Eyes from the deck. And goes into the erratic hill, and that's it, most likely. So not the most impressive opening. Just gonna set 2 and pass back to Esteban, who is maining that Feather Duster. Does he find it? I see a lot of spells, and here comes one of the main deck going second cards in the Ultimate Slayer.
It's not the first player this weekend to play Ultimate Slayer in the main deck, and we have to say that this is paying off because the card is extremely good. And there's the AIRPODS Feather Duster as well.
There is no way.
What a hand.
He's just the going second god. What can you do? Look at this.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And also to follow it up, the Lordy Lord. Wow. I mean, what can you do? Now.
This was the perfect hand for going second, honestly.
Indeed.
And is John Lucas left with no cards at all? Or one in hand, maybe?
I think he does have. And here comes the effect failure. I mean, European champion for a reason. And interestingly enough, I think for the first time ever, you'll also have a chance at a back-to-back in the same place, because we are going back to Berlin later on this year. And yeah, here comes the other effect of Lordy Lord. What a card. Able to special summon that Blue Eyes White Dragon. Gianluca, sorry. I give it to Esteban for the better art choice. And yeah, we just push some damage, not quite the Tempai combo.
Yeah, sets 1 and pass because Gianluca is a top deck. So
is he really, or does he have 2 cards? Maybe he is. 1, 2, 3. And now, yeah, we get back the Primate Dragon from grave. Do we have another impermanence? No, but we do have a great response in the one of... Oh, no, actually he's playing 2 offs. Interesting, the Drill Beam. Often it's just a one-off, as in Gianluca's deck. But Esteban has actually decided to play 2 copies of the Quick Spell. And it's a pass. This is a lot of damage. Already 46. If he has a normal, which I don't think he does, they gain even additional attack. Let's see. And yeah, this will actually boost the Lordy Lord secret effect, we could say, of boosting Primate and normal monsters. And this is what he's counting, because this does additional 600 damage. So this was already 52. And yeah, that almost just does it. And that's it. Yeah. Gianluca picks up his cards and Esteban. Here we are. First question, do we have some Mulcharmy cards from Esteban? Seems like there is a bit of thinking going on.
I don't think it does.
No. Ooh, but a normal summon effect Veiler. Not quite the ideal start, but I mean, kind of works. Do we have a response? Pretty rare to use any here, and so we are just gonna use this Mausoleum of White. Send the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And yeah, use the effect, go and summon back the Blue Eyes. And I see a Drone Lock that has not been used by Esteban, just having a good read that his opponent was on nothing. And let's see if we draw the Feather Duster once more, because this is a very weak opener by Gianluca. We see a lot of trap cards and the draw. Not quite what you want to see. Okay, but that comes a really good card, the Maiden of White. We get to set up the True Light. Okay, but Gianluca has picked up the one of Majesty. Oh,
that's why I think it was missing as well, the normal summon.
So. Yeah, we returned the favor. I mean, Veiler and Droll are both spellcasters, so they do work. Just to summon this spirit. And a Solemn Judgment. Wow.
Well, if you're like, he feels weakness from his opponent, and Esteban passes back to Gianluca.
Yeah, maybe just trying to go for a quick game, and what a pickup this is.
Instant Judgment. Yeah.
Wow. Double Solemn Judgment by Gianluca. This could be over. We negate the Dominus Purge.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a quick one. Wow. I mean... There we are, one last and only one of them can advance with an undefeated record. Who is it going to be? Are we gonna see any Mulcharmies from Gianluca? Not quite. Do we have Failure, Impermanence, Purge? 9 ways to stop this.
It's almost charming, by the way.
And it's... Ooh, Ghost Ogre. That's an interesting one. Yeah. Not really that effective at dealing with the Prima Dragon, I guess, but... This is still pretty strong. We get to search our quick spell. If we want, we can special summon the Blue Eyes. And we actually have a card we have not seen yet, which is the Wishes. Oh, but the Purge is big. +1 Purge here. Decided not to use it on the Prima Dragon. And yeah, I think we are just gonna summon a Blue Eyes and probably call it a day. And now we respond with a Fuvalos. Just, I mean, a 1-for-1. Cycling through. Is that it from Esteban? No, free face down spell and traps. Wow. All in, no more cards in hand, and it's down to Gianluca to break the field. Here comes the Primate Dragon. We did know the quick spell, and yeah, as expected, we are just gonna use it, shutting down the engine. But we do have Maiden. Very similar to the last game, I guess, on the reversed rolls.
This time around, the True Light gets activated and resolves. Gets rid of the Ash Blossom, and there's no Solemn Judgment from Esteban's side.
That's big. We resolve our wishes, and now we can add so much. Probably the Sage plus something else. In this case, it's actually going to be the Veiler. Interesting. Probably means we already have some engine. And I guess we did already normal summon for this turn, so we are just gonna get instead the Roar. And here comes the Roar. Yeah. Made any special summon back, and Esteban says okay.
So I assume that there's an Infinite Impermanence from Esteban's side, I guess. There's no Judgment. Let's see how Gianluca wants to play this out.
Just gonna go and search for that Mausoleum. This is where Esteban thinks. And yeah, there was an Infinite Impermanence. It has been used here as by doing so, you also stop the recursion effect. But, I mean, here seems like Gianluca has a lot. Because he can use the second effect of Wishes, banishing it to just get an equip. And then go into a Fusion Summon, accessing the very threatening Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. There it is. So Attacking over, using the effect to just recycle the Dominus Purge. And yeah, this has been a really, really good turn by Gianluca. More of a grind game, this one, as compared to the previous ones, but that's that's some pretty solid Yu-Gi-Oh from his side. Ends on a sphere, plus Purge face down,
Plus Valor.
and Valor. Yep. A lot of setup, and Esteban is completely out of cards. Will be relying on this clutch top deck. He needs to find the miracle, and I don't even know if there are many cards that could be picked up here. Yeah, we go and grab back the Primite, and I think it's a Valor maybe off the top. Ooh, the Impermanence is alright. Guess you can, but you don't really want to chain. Yeah, why not? It's okay. Like, funny enough, you prefer not to bounce the Lordy Lord, so it's fine. And yeah, here comes the Primate. And yeah, unsurprisingly, we just get a second copy of the Lordy Lord. We are gonna move on and summon a spirit of our own, it seems. Yeah, there it is. Trying to search for the Mausoleum. Do we see the Valor from Gianluca? We do see the Valor. And I mean, we have the face down Drill Beam, which he cannot use this turn. What else? Big moment.
Is considering to pass.
Think so. Yes. I think he has a Valor in hand. I guess you can just push, but at the end of the day, Gianluca is just gonna be able to summon yet another monster. And we are gonna be using the True Light effect to set. Wishes once more. And yeah, this might be pretty much it from Esteban's side. Yeah, as expected, we just return the favor. Do the same with the Tyrant as last turn from Gianluca. And we will use the Erratic Sphere to summon. But the Tyrant can actually attack all of the monsters your opponent controls. I guess we have impermanence. Yeah, it's still a interesting game here. Decided to forgo on going for the Tyrant effect. Instead, just moves to main phase 2, make a seal, pass. And gonna use this seal right away. I guess, yeah, it's possibly important to make the Drill Beam live. Yeah, because you need a normal monster, and yeah, this way Esteban is still really in a weak spot, but it's gonna rely on this Drill Beam. With Gianluca holding so many cards, so many different interruptions. Can he find a way to just push enough?
Yeah, just Gianluca definitely doing better here than his opponent. I think Esteban drew into an effect Veiler.
Yeah, we are probably gonna see it here. And we do. Third time that the Spirit has been negated this game. They just don't want the other to access this mausoleum. And yeah. Oof,
Wow.
That's a big play from Gianluca. We try to just use this Drill Beam to negate the wishes. Instead, Gianluca is gonna chain his own copy to negate the Drill Beam. And yeah, this is devastating. First of all, because it gets rid of the recycling effect, but also you get to resolve and get so much ahead. This looks like it's going to be Gianluca's game. Just tiny bit more, you know, pushing some damage. But, I mean, in terms of sheer advantage, this is already over. And here comes line. Stealing the Tyrant, that's big.
Plus the Sage here. What a show off from Gianluca.
Yeah, I think Esteban knows it, but he's still gonna ask his opponent to perform the act. Let's see. No more action. We're just gonna push. We don't have a trap, it seems, but...
But it's looking very promising for Gianluca now, who is in control of this game. And also there's the SP, but I think he's having...
Last second out. No, yeah, we do go for SP. We're not... And we're pretty much done, so we're gonna get back this Primate Dragon from Esteban once more. Do we still have enough to push, or is this gonna be over? Yeah, this single game has already lasted almost twice as long as the others.
Pretty difficult here for Esteban. Let's see if he finds a way.
Okay, Maiden is a good way to start things off. True Light, I mean, we see now much of a difference it makes, but we shouldn't forget that there is still that drill beam from Gianluca. Gonna think about which effect to go for. And we might even see the drill beam here. He should have Blue Eyes in hand that was bounced by Seal to reveal from it. So he is going to go for it, not quite. Instead goes for Majesty.
And here, I guess, just, you know, Esteban knows that what the other face-up card is from Gianluca's side is just bringing back the Blue Eyes onto the field and is trying to go for the Maiden. Esteban goes battle phase, gets rid of the SP Little Knight, and I think he could have not done better than this, to be fair.
No,
Just,
what a game this is really turning out to be. Neither player wants to give up the undefeated record, trying to give it their best to stay in this duel. Yeah, I mean, now there has been a bit of a discussion between the players on whether the Charmer could have actually brought back the Tyrant. Which was... I mean, quite a while back, we gotta say. Yeah, I guess we are just gonna have a little bit of a judge call in the meantime, so we can go back to us while they go and check out. Play resume.
Yeah, and he was Gianluca, who essentially brought up to the field the Blue Eyes with Dragon and the Maiden. What a game, honestly. Such you can feel the tension between our players, and they don't really want to give up. And here Esteban goes with the Light Sword Dragon.
Yeah, really a grinded out game 3. The first time we have seen Lightstorm Dragon this weekend, but yeah, it can be quite useful to just, you know, clear out some spell and traps. And yeah, once more, this will be the battle of the drill beams. Gianluca has done this exact thing, but now look at this. The Lightstorm just completely clears all of the spell and traps from Gianluca.
Here's this Pact Veiler, and finally we will get to see, hopefully, it resolving. And yeah, and that's what's gonna happen. And I feel like Gianluca really wants to push here and seal this one out.
Can he finally find an opener? This has been such an interesting state, and we gotta say, for how nice it has been to see these two in action. There are only about 7 minutes remaining, possibly, I think, a couple minutes of extra time because of the judge call, so I think it's actually 9 rather than 7, but time is a consideration.
And I think set back the Majesty, dealing some damage to Esteban. Very well played from Gianluca.
Finally, clearly ahead once more, even in terms of life. And let's see if he can shut down Esteban, who picks up another card, bring back the dragon. You can see him doing some calculations in his head. If he can find any line to fight back. We go for the Primate Dragon.
I think Gianluca is thinking about it, and I mean, it's a close one. 5 minutes remaining on the round, and what a game 3 we're witnessing.
And it seems like he will go for that Majesty.
third
Here
one.
comes the third Lorry Load. Wow. Do we even have a target at this point? I guess. But yeah, Gianluca upgrades his Spirit Dragon, summoning the ultimate Spirit Dragon. Oh. That's pretty strong.
And there's the Ghost Ogre, which was the card we didn't know in Gianluca's hand.
Yeah, Ghost Ogre shuts down the ultimate Spirit Dragon, can pretty much negate any card, and that is it. What a match this was. What a game 3 this